Mavugayatsi Katsuharatsa Namache Futsakayatsa Emnyara. Good morning. Look at out for the sunrise walk. I just did a little sunrise meditation. And I'm pondering. You can ponder with me. I'm pondering the last couple of months as I've been doing more and more soul readings for some beautiful people out there. Hi, watching. And I have a few more lined up. There's, I think, one space left if anybody wants one, by the way. And the soul readings have been recordings I've been doing. And I'm loving them. Love doing them. Love sending them to people. One of the things I'm noting is there's a trend and a theme coming up as you do, 20, 30, 40 of them over the last couple of months. And each of these soul readings now, they're like an hour and a half to 2 hours and a half. They go deep, they go wide. They move into some of the personal and then the more broader spectrum stuff. But right now what I want to kind of zone in on is the gifts that have been coming up. Right, the abilities that are coming online and being shown to me while I'm doing the soul readings for people. So they're individual, unique abilities. Some not so unique, but they need to be able to do them too, or they're being called to practice. And quite a few of the ones that I've been doing have had the elements, being able to master and command the elements. Now, again, I'm kind of zoning in on these specific ones. The elements, for these who kind of going, what do you mean by that? Working with fire, water, earth, air, and aether. And that's nature, like you're working with nature, through nature, via nature, because we're made up of nature, we're made up of the elements. And it's a divine birthright to be able to work with them. I'm going to show you a little menhir here, a standing stone. Now this has been moved. I had a little chat with that stone and it's kind of quiet, it's not loud. I hear them. They have like, when they're online, I'm going to go off the gift stuff. So this is one of the this is like a gift. But when these beautiful stones are fully online and they're in the spot that they were originally placed in and they're tuned into the land, the ley line. Look at this is a big one, isn't it? I hear them. They've got a specific frequency, a tone, and it's very like, it's really high pitched to me. Because I know when I'm driving around in a car, I'll hear them calling out and they'll say, look, and I'll go, look, and it'll be in the field over there, or look this way, and I'll be like, oh, there's one over there. So they have a unique frequency. I don't hear this one. I've had to like really tune in to talk to it because it was moved. I found out it was moved. It was like written on a little plaque over here. They moved it from its original location and then they put electricity through it. There's a light on top. So that's interfered with its own frequency. But still, it's a beautiful, beautiful menhir. There's a lot of them around here. Oh, I should do a video to another one that does sing. And there's this amazing, like a tomb. I was going to say passage tomb. It's more like a damen tomb, aligned to the solstice. That's for another day. But I want to get back to gifts. Fire, sun, clouds, sea, water, air, wind around us. A wonderful girl I met recently this summer via Tara. Hi Tara. Is Kelly. Hi Kelly. Now she's not the first I've met or the first I've encountered, and I've done quite a number of soul readings already where I've had this specific gift for people show up. But I had never really met them in person and felt the activation of that frequency. Kelly's kind of the first I've met in person to feel the frequency in person, which was kind of cool. Thanks, Kelly. And And her gift is, she's a weather manipulator. Just like you see X-Men Storm, or you see, as a kid we used to watch that program. If anybody remembers what it is, it's a cartoon program. And it is The 8 Rings by the Power. Oh, what was it? I can't remember. But they all were able to do certain things with certain elements. I'm going to show you this. I love this walk. It's just magical. So, getting back to weather manipulation and the ability to do so through conscious intention and through accessing the quantum field, the force. Oh, this is kind of funny. The force, the quantum field, the energy within the field through you and without of you, because you're connected directly to it. You're quantum entangled into that field, right? The field that is nature, that encompasses the very atoms of what nature is. And what you're doing is, when you're weather manipulating, is you're zoning in, just like I spoke about the stone there, the menhir, the standing stone. Each thing has its own frequency. You're zoning into the specific frequency of the thing that you want to work with, play with, train with, because these gifts are all trainable within everybody. Some people, like Kelly, have them innately already accessible. Kelly wasn't even fully aware that this was like, wow, kind of knew I was playing with it, but whoo, because when I started playing with her, it was like, there you go, boom, girl, look at that. I could feel the specific frequency for moving clouds and neutralizing clouds in the sky, because that's what we played with. And once I felt that specific frequency that Kelly, was emitting, I stood beside her and I tuned myself to it. I tuned it, just as if you're in a choir and you hear a note, right? It's just like that. And you start to copy the person beside you with that note. And then you're playing with it. So that's what I was doing. I was feeling that now, putting my hand out and just, where's there a cloud there in the sky? Now I can feel energy already coming from my hand. And if I start to really concentrate, but with an open mind and play, when I say concentrate, it's like I'm giving my attention to it. I'm giving my focus to it. And with focus, intention, without expectation, without that tightness of like, oh, I gotta get this right, but just play. Like, oh, I wonder if. And you're just like, what would happen if I focused on one little one? You can always start with one little one up here. And you're like, what would happen if this just evaporated, neutralized, moved, even if you wanted to move it one side or the other? And you are the orchestrator, you're the conductor. As if this is your symphony, these are your notes, and you're the conductor. What would be the sound if you wanted to use your light language, for those of you who have already activated, and are already activated, not even by me now? What would be the sound you would make to move that? Find it, play with it, experiment, lie on the grass, look up at the clouds. Hari atkanmanati. Bonus, it works for chemtrails, because I did that. I had to say though, it took a little more energy for me to work with the chemtrail stuff, but that's because I'm still strengthening. And I need a lot more practice, because I'm not practicing every day. Then the other day, I decided to work with another element, wind. And as I was working with wind, walking through a walkway, now I'm talking about wind, right? We want to work with wind. I'm calling on the essence, the power of wind. It's very still here today. And I'm inviting the wind. So I'm almost saying like, I am the wind. And I'm breathing into that now. I'm going to do that because I have only practiced with wind twice. I am the wind. I feel the flow. I'm almost going, what's the sound of you wind? Ooh, shakavazamnara titi uchukutanda. Ooh, ramdana varir. Ooh, ramdana. Vraka sandana mala ivri rosocho jovo of sap tap 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 tap. Can you see it's coming in a little more? Right, that's as far as I've got. I'm not very, I don't even know if it was focusing on that. Can you see it? I'm not very strong with wind yet. Still working on it. I can feel the breeze, right? As I'm here now, I can feel the breeze. Hayatate namatate kache wachanyamate inyamate ekiati. And practice with different hands. Ra'anzandamasate vihiti. Vuja huja vahase vushuvia azur. It's getting stronger. Now for me, this feels like it's coming from my core and up through my root. Now I'm saying finding a note, but you can hear me speaking light language because I'm still playing with this. So now I need to consciously stop actually. So what we open, we must close down. So thank you. Now it's stopped. All right. No breeze anymore. No movement, no breeze. There we go. So that's the play in nature. Yeah, I can really feel that like coming up through my solar plexus, this one. So it's a different frequency for me than the cloud deletion or the cloud neutralization. Very different. I'm going to start playing a bit more with water and fire, aether, which I've done a lot of when I've been doing soul reading work. Aether was within the quantum, and you'll see some of my channel stuff on that already, and I have activations up on YouTube with that as well. There are activations also for the other elements if you want to become activated within them. And if you're interested in knowing more or playing more, have a look at this tree. Just let me know beneath, and I can do a little like gathering of us all together on Zoom. Answer questions, play together, activate with each other, bring forth our unique gifts and abilities that are really coming up right now. Yeah, it's all there. It's all there for the awakening, not the taking, awakening. So that's just one aspect that I wanted to share about the commonality of what's been coming up in the soul readings for people in the last 7 months. I've been doing them kind of back online again. I'm going to show you the sun again. Oh. Also, so if you're up for that, let me know, and we can arrange like a evening call, a morning call. I just need to know if there's interest for you guys to start really working with the elements and activating those innate gifts within us. Every human has the capability. It's not just a special few. Okay, the special few sometimes are born awake with them. And then there's those of us that are here to attune to them. And then we can activate each other. Like when I stood beside Kelly, I attuned to her and she helped activate me. She wasn't even conscious she was activating me at the time because she was in it doing it herself. But with my intention set, I wonder if we can activate each other's special gifts. I wonder if that person's gift is also accessible to me. How amazing is that? Wow. How amazing is it that one person is able to do, telepathy. Another person is a seer. Another person is working with the elements. Another is a dream prophetess. That was one we had this week. That I did this week. She's a dream prophetess. This one is super exciting, actually. yeah, the dream prophetess. I hope you don't mind, I'm not going to say your name, but that was day before yesterday, 2-3 days ago. And I'd never come across this as an ability before, but it's super cool. So her particular ability and gift for her to open up to more and practice with is she dreams, prophesizes, has dreams that come into reality. She dreams the future sometimes, or things that are about to happen. She'll have like a premonition dream. Grand, I've had a couple of those myself. I knew about that. But the words I were getting is dream prophetess. That was very specifically said several times in my reading with her. And then I was shown, reminder she's able to do this. And I was like, what's that? What's that? What's she able to do? In the dream time. And they showed it to me to explain this in the simplest way I can. So I'm going to try and do that now. I'm going to stop to explain this as simply as I can. In the dream time, there's that point where you're aware rather than being fully asleep, right? You're aware it's a dream. At that moment, it's like lucid dreaming. So this is what they were kind of trying to explain to me, because I don't lucid dream. I haven't studied it. But she has the ability, when her premonitions, because these are like things that may come to pass. When she's lucid dreaming these future events that may come to pass, she can change the nature of them. She can transmute what might happen. So for an example, I'm not saying this is what will happen, but an example I can give is, let's say there's storms, flooding, earthquakes, fires coming, tornadoes. Let's say some of this is man-made, not nature-made, but some of it can be nature-made, obviously. And she dreams that, 100,000 people are going to die or lose their homes, or, wildlife being destroyed. Let's just say, pretend. Within the dream that she's having these images, and I'm sure they're not always nice images, she can start to do the work in there and alter, therefore, the course of the reality coming forward and what will come to pass. So if you imagine that she's a bit of a key, one of the keys that she has is to clear the block, dampen the fire of the fires to come. She can talk to it. Fire, I see that you're coming. Or she can talk to the trees going up. Trees, I'm sorry, you're going to go, you're on fire. Prepare for it now. She can talk to the animals. Prepare, there's something coming. And to the fire itself, or to the people that may start the fire. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Doing like acknowledgement. I see you, I feel you. What's the pain that they're in? What's the mind control that's there if it is? And go into it, speak to it, acknowledge it. Bring it into awareness. Bring the darkness to light, essentially. And whenever there is darkness brought to light, it can't but be shaken, right? And when it's shaken, it starts to loosen up. When it loosens up, it starts to dissolve. It's easier to release. It's not as, the punch isn't as strong that it wants to give. And also it has a choice then, as it's brought to love, because it has a choice to receive that and to move into light. What I saw is, and that's just an example, a very small one, is that as she's doing this work here, the future event that she has a premonition of doesn't come to pass. Or it comes to pass, but the effects are much less. So for instance, 100,000 people affected, it might be 50. Or for instance, if it's fires, instead of thousands of acres, it's contained quickly and, 10 acres are gone. There's still some damage, but the effect is vastly reduced. If it's an earthquake, instead of it being an 8, it's now a 3.4. You get what I mean? This gift, I was like, this is amazing. Wow. How wonderful, how powerful. So a guide had come through in that soul reading as well, to help guide her on how to use and access this gift, because with great power comes great responsibility, and to learn how to use it. Now, the message I got back was, resonates 100%. In fact, and that guide during the reading had said it would be to her in dream time. She said it already had come. So these are great things coming to pass. And she had received similar words as she knew she dreamed, but she also got the word prophetess. So these are the gifts really amplifying, ramping up right now for us to truly understand and accept. Because so many of us we're like, that's not true, that's not me. You know, that's just vast, wild, ridiculous imagination. Or I'm just like, oh, that's just my big ego. Or that's my spiritual ego taking over, you know, thinking I'm freaking God or something. That's not what this is about. This is about stepping in to the power and the truth of all that we be. And it takes time. It's not like, well, maybe it is for some people. It takes time, practice, diligence, doing the work. And the work can also be play. And moving into the stuff within us that's not the easy things. And bringing ourselves into more and more love. Because as we bring ourselves into more and more love, the truth becomes more obvious. Does that sound bonkers? Have I lost the plot? Has Mary gone cuckoo? So yeah, they're two little things. There's so much, and I'd love to share more that are coming online right now. Because if it's in one, I'm seeing many people coming, because it tends that I get groups of people with similar gifts coming because they're all wanting to get activated into the same thing, or they're from the similar soul pod lineages. And these gifts, because of whatever the frequency is coming down right now, wherever people's ready for it, they're all coming online pretty simultaneously. So if this is resonating with one of you and you want to have one of those, there's one left and they're 40% off right now. I'm going to leave it there with that. Reminder, if you want a live on this, if you want to come and play, and I've no idea what that's going to look like. It might just be a freaking chat. It might be a bit of light language. It might be a little bit of a meditation. I'm just spinning it out here. I haven't done a live in 2.5, 3 years, I'd say, because I've been busy doing my own stuff. But now I feel like I'm out to share again a little bit. Not a lot, but just a little. Sharing the play. Let me know. Talk to you soon. One last look at this beautiful view.